Check it out. So look, Jannard trying to say that we should run into their stash houses, but everybody know that the 9-7's got hella security at all of them. It's to hit these motherfuckers before they ever even arrive.
Cops working for these niggas, it ain't no fucking armored cars.
Bones' cousin flipped on the 9-7s and gave me the numbers to their plate, location of one of their major transfer spots. Now with y'all wild ass backing us up, we got everything we need to pull this shit off. Straight like that, we gonna light these motherfuckers up, man.
Come on, boy, CBI for life.
What up, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J. We are locked in. We got the exclusive clip for episode 3, and it's DMac and Marshall putting in that work, putting together a plan to potentially go and rob some more people, because after you hit one lick, guess what? You need another one, because that money runs out very, very quickly, and we know that DMac has already cashed out. So we're gonna just jump into this and break this clip down real quick. If you like power content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions, exclusive photos, exclusive clips, then hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button, and let's get this channel to 60,000 subscribers. But let's break down DMac putting together a plan to stay ahead of the game. Let's start off with Jannard giving DMac the heads up. Now, Jannard is telling DMac, you're going to have to prove yourself. You're going to have to lay low for a little bit because it isn't a high priority. But if you're hitting licks like this, then okay, you need to go after the 9-7s. That also means that Jannard is probably using that fentanyl to sell a little bit on the side, or he may have already started getting back on that stuff and he needs some more supply that Shanti, Diamond, Tommy don't know about. Because right now, no one knows that DMac is doing these kick doors, because DMac is out in the streets ripping and running and staying away from Uncle Tommy. Now, we do hear that he says there's going to be way more security, so they won't be able to just go through the front door, pull off this robbery. And that's why we have all of this arsenal here. Now, Bones, he got shot last week when he was out with Tommy, protecting Mireya and Tommy out with Smurf. So Bones' cousin actually flipped on the 6-7, and that's how these gangs usually are. Family members might be in rival gangs, but if Bones' cousin flipped, we can trust Bones. Bones took a bullet for the gang, so we can go ahead and trust his cousin. Now, with all of this going on, we see DMac starting to put together his own little crew, and he's in charge of it. Now, they do say CBI for life at the end of the clip, but Marshall is here. So Marshall probably gathered up a couple of the young ones, or these are new recruits that think they're going to be in a subgroup of CBI up under DMac. DMac got a taste of that money. DMac got a taste of that, I would say fame, street fame, we'll put it like that. And he sees that the girls are digging it. He got a whole new wardrobe. He's out here getting his own money, standing on his own too. Yeah, this show is called Power for a reason. Because once you get that money, then you get that power. And now DMac has that, and he feels untouchable. Him and Marshall, we already know what they're about. When you put these two together, the first time we seen them, they were shooting up DMac's own father's club. So what do you think they're going to do when they go elsewhere? Now, again, when it comes to CBI, this is going to be bad if this goes wrong, because then it's going to be like CBI did this. DMac isn't officially in CBI anymore, but Marshall is. And now everyone's looking at DMac as the guy that's going to be putting all of these plays together. Now, we do hear that the cops are working for the 6-7, so they may have a couple of guys that are officers, so they're helping out, you know, making sure they're trafficking the drugs and things. And again, with this being bad and CBI being connected to it, word is going to get back around to Tommy. So remember, we were talking about the coalition potentially beefing with the Marquez cartel, beefing with the insane princesses. Now we got to add in the 6-7, because we don't know who exactly is doing what. We just know CBI is behind these hits, and it's not a authorized hit. When I say hit, I mean like robbery or lick. It's not authorized coming from Diamond or Jannard. But this is going to mess up Jannard's plans also with Diamond, because remember, they were supposed to bring DMac in close to get Diamond and Tommy taken out. But once Diamond finds out that DMac is doing this and Jannard told him about it, we're all over the place. And that's probably what's going to separate Diamond away from Jannard to link him back up with Tommy, because Jannard knows DMac is Tommy's nephew. Jannard knows that Diamond doesn't want DMac in CBI because of Tommy, and he's supposed to be laying low. So everyone's going to look back at Jannard. You're the one influencing him to do this, and you're starting beefs outside of what we already got going on with the coalition. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But DMac and Marshall, they about to be Shaq and Kobe out here when it comes to these robberies. And remember, they're going to be breaking Jannard off. Jannard's getting like 15-20% of all robberies. And I'm looking at this crew talking about CBI for life. They look weak as hell. So we can expect at least 1 or 2 of these characters to drop this week. But hey, as long as DMac's crashing out and DMac makes it home, we don't really care about the other characters. All right, there you go. The clip from episode 3, DMac and Marshall planning on robbing the 9/7s. They got a lot of security, but DMac did say he got some YNs that are ready to crash out and do whatever it takes to make a little bit of money. Let me know what you think about DMac. How many of his new CBI members are not going to make it? Yeah, I said are not going to make it out of this whole situation. And what are we just robbing from them? Some drugs and money? Let me know what you think. I'm Mo.J. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 60,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jamie on the beat, boy.